YouTubers and scandals are a match made in heaven. It's always been a tried and true expectation that some of the biggest personalities on the internet have skeletons in their closet that are waiting to be let out, but it feels especially apparent to me this holiday season thanks to H-Bomber Guy. Thank you, Santa. From Sabotage Studios' decision to remove the Completionist's cameo in Sea of Stars, to Fortnite's embrace of pop culture icons, I feel like we're witnessing an interesting moment in the relationship between content creators and the gaming world as the year ends. You probably clicked on this video with some expectation of me discussing what Jirard the Completionist did or did not do, and while that is relevant, it's not directly what we'll be discussing. Rather, there was a piece of news amongst the rubble that I saw recently that stuck out to me. Sabotage Studio, the developer behind recent indie game hit Sea of Stars, announced that they would be removing the Completionist cameo in the game through a future patch. For context, Sea of Stars was featured numerous times on the Completionist's own hosted indie game showcase livestream, aptly titled Indieland. The Sea of Stars director and the Completionist formed a close relationship over time, and a custom build of the game was even made for him to showcase on Indieland as the game approached public release. Through distancing themselves from Jirard the Completionist by patching their own released game, I thought to myself, how connected should influencers be to game development in the first place? It is true that the Completionist provided a platform to garner more support for Sea of Stars development, but putting Jirard in the game arguably opened the way for it to become a product of its time rather than something timeless. When you include elements that reference real-world figures, you open yourself to the dreary real world filled with drama seeping into your art. Away from the pits of YouTube drama for a bit, a similar situation has been unfolding with Fortnite, but like times 10. America's beloved average family guy, Peter Griffin, was cancelled. Back in 2020, Fortnite did something a bit out of their usual comfort zone. They created a skin based on the coolest and most relevant streamer to ever exist, Ninja. Since then, skins based on musical celebrities such as Ariana Grande have dropped, but then we have the one, the only, MrBeast! Fortnite has made its identity centered around pop culture merch in order to keep its appeal, so a YouTuber like MrBeast getting into some controversy is like a drop in the bucket for spoiling skins to choose from within the game. Fortnite has embraced becoming a contemporary cultural snapshot as a AAA title with vaults of cash and V-Bucks to spare, and from here, its contrast with indie games makes their situation a bit more disheartening to me. For an indie game like Sea of Stars, the developers sometimes have to dip into the real world in order to get their art funded. They often feel the need to toe the line between influencer exposure boosts and game development, putting them at the mercy of real-world controversy in order to build their escapism experience in the first place. While fans often separate the merit of the game itself from the developers and potential influencers or marketing, I feel that the growing intersection of these two worlds is something to look out for in the coming years. Circling back to YouTubers, let's look at video game Dunkey and his new game publishing company, bigmode. Now, I like the Dunkey guy, and when I first saw that he was seriously getting into indie game publishing and promotion, I thought, yeah, sure, go use your power for good. I have no particular reason here at this moment to discredit Dunkey in any way, and I hope that his influence continues to be a positive one for games such as Animal Well. However, any scandal involving him would subsequently cast a shadow on some of the games that bigmode stands to promote. Nothing is guaranteed with internet personalities, so I have to wonder if this modern transition into content creators having ties with indie game development is as mutually beneficial for all as it may seem to be on the surface. The potential for a YouTuber turned publisher like Dunkey represents a potential paradigm shift in development collaborations for indie games to stand out against other indie games and the AAA industry in general. As we navigate through the intricate web of YouTubers, game developers, and the ever-present potential for scandal, it becomes increasingly clear that the lines between content creation, game development, and personal influence are blurring. From the situation with Sabotage Studios and the Completionists, to the pop culture amalgamation that is Fortnite, and the ever-promising yet precarious journey of video game Dunkey with bigmode, We're seeing in real time a landscape where the virtual and real are intertwined more than ever. This evolution in the gaming industry, while offering new opportunities for exposure and innovation, also carries with it a certain vulnerability to the whims and controversies of the real world. As we watch content creators like Dunkey step into roles that have the power to shape the future of indie games, it's vital to remember that with great influence does come great responsibility. The potential for positive change and growth in this space is immense, but so is the risk of losing the timeless essence of gaming to dated trends and personal reputations and egos. The interplay between creators, gamers, and developers is something that I hope is beneficial for everyone, but nothing is ever guaranteed, and I feel that fans should stay vigilant. If you like this style of content, consider checking out some other things. This video was a bit different and more contemporary than some of the other things I've done, but I might do more like it in the future. Otherwise, I'll continue doing some reviews, and that'll be that. Thank you guys so much for checking it out. See ya.